YouTube has been around since 2005. There are scads of YouTube influencers that have just flocked around the C8 Corvette. A lot of these influencers are huge. Jay Leno, Doug DeMuro, just a lot of these people that have millions of subscribers. Well, my question is, have these influencers affected car sales? Have they made viewers want to go out and buy cars like the C8 Corvette? Let's find out. Hey, hello, how are you? Welcome to Road Odyssey. I am Burke. Hope you're having a great day. In this video, I asked the question, do YouTube influencers affect car sales? More precisely, do YouTube influencers make viewers like yourself and me want to buy a car, namely the C8 Corvette? And you could substitute that with virtually any car that you actually like. So I hope you like this video. Please give that thumbs up if you do. Subscribe down below. Really helps a lot. And I will be going over a little bit of background of YouTube influencers, my personal opinions, news articles, research papers, and some polls that I did on Facebook and YouTube. So while this may seem like a very obvious video, and actually you could probably answer the question as to if influencers make us want to buy a car or not, but I think it's more fun just to give you this information and really think it all the way through first and just have a little fun doing it. So here we go. I am beginning with YouTube influencers and some thoughts about who they are to us. YouTube influencers, whether they're micro influencers or huge, these are pretty much real people. They speak in real life terms with appreciation of their audience's feelings and needs. These YouTubers often share their lives with the audience, which creates an endearment and trust between the audience and the influencer. As Matt Farah from the Smoking Tires said, no Hollywood, no bosses, no bullshit. From our brains to your eyes and ears. They are a direct relationship to the viewers, and there's a close mutual bond there. As such, they give honest reviews, or so it seems. They provide immediate feedback because there's a comment section, and you have the like and the dislike buttons, which kind of communicate a general feeling to the influencer to know if they're really communicating to the audience or not. A few major points about these YouTube influencers. They're often the first to buy a new car and to make certain modifications. So when a new car comes out, these YouTubers are going to tell us as much as they can about that car before we ever have a chance to buy it. That can heavily influence our buying decisions. Also, they can present leaked information well before a car comes out. Again, information that we can use before buying a car. Furthermore, influencers can build brand awareness. For example, a lot of Porsche brand lovers have their Porsches, and when they start seeing a lot of Corvette content that compares the Corvettes to the Porsches, well, these Porsche people might actually change over to the Corvettes. It gives them more information to widen their awareness. And lastly, influencers can give both positive and negative. They're not getting paid to say great things about a car. They get one, they look at it, and hey, here are things that I like about the car. Here are things that I don't like about the car. all of that is a huge help in a car decision-making purchase. Now, I want to talk about, do YouTube influencers motivate actions to buy? Buying the C8 Corvette. Let's just talk about, what you might think is common sense. Many people buy a car like the C8 Corvette simply for A, reward. Somebody's worked a long time, they've worked really hard, it's a reward. Or person has maybe a bit of an ego issue and they buy it for recognition. Very common. Has nothing to do with YouTube influencers. Another point, people that buy these cars are older, say at least 55 years or older. So they've accumulated disposable income. They want a sports car. They've lived long enough that they know about all kinds of different sports cars, most likely. And it's probably in the back of their mind, ruminating from the day they were getting their first paycheck, that they're going to get something like a Corvette. So no, YouTube influencers are not going to sway people like that. Here's a point you've probably heard as well. It sells itself. The C8 Corvette has pretty much sold itself, despite the fact that it really takes good marketing to sell a new car. So Chevrolet has been selling cars an awful long time, and they know what they're doing. So they use all of the typical media outlets like Road and Track, Muscle Cars and Trucks, Motor Trend, GM Authority. They've used the Chevrolet YouTube channel, the National Corvette Museum YouTube channel, like the Bashes. So these legacy news outlets have been around forever, and they use that stuff. They have, created the pace cars, and they, of course, did the Z06 reveal video. Now, that did have Amelia Hartford, who is a large and very well recognized YouTube influencer and a basketball player. So, yeah, YouTube does help a little bit. And they have also been out there with some of these cars being leaked in the news. A lot of videos, raffles, and the C8s that have been sold at Barrett-Jackson. So, still though, the car does kind of sell itself. Skepticism is my next point. Anybody who believes an advertisement from a company is probably going to get sold a piece of garbage. YouTube influencers are touted as being people that you can trust all the time. If you're smart, don't trust YouTubers. Everybody has an agenda and a motivation. So trusting a YouTuber to base a very expensive purchase is just not wise. YouTube influencers probably really have self-promotional bias. So these YouTube channels, they're almost always selling something. They have merchandise to give to their adoring fans. These YouTubers definitely have a product pushing agenda in order to keep their channel afloat. Think about this as well. These influencers, they have backgrounds. Street Speed 717. This is Mike. He has a business degree, and he does a lot of merchandise sales. Damian Fryer of DDE. He was an email marketer. He has always been into sales. Take Doug DeMuro, for example. Very nice guy, loves the Corvettes, but you know what? He too has a pushing problem. He has cars and bids, and he's a salesman. Adam LZ worked on a business management degree, and as of right now, He does more than $1 million a year in revenue for merchandising. YouTube influencers are number one, salespeople, number two, entertainers, and number three, they react to the audience's behaviors. If audiences don't like something, they react and they move on to something else. If you don't like C8 Corvettes, they will know it and they'll drop the C8 Corvette. Thus far, you can conclude that my conclusion is that YouTube influencers are not useful when it comes to motivating viewers to go out and buy a car, namely something like a C8 Corvette. No. They do not overly influence us at all. They are entertainment and they are informational. That is it. Let's start looking at these news and marketing articles. I read several that were basically clones of each other. These articles gave nebulous numbers, basically providing the idea that influencers are very effective in motivating sales. Each one of these articles showed a very high percentage of probability that people would be influenced by YouTube personalities. I just really don't know about this, but it does give you pause that, YouTube influencers can possibly make viewers want to buy a car or make a specific car decision. Only these last two articles from Auto Success and the Business Journal gave any indication that YouTube influencers really did motivate people to purchase. I mean, they're looking at 75%, 87%, people learning and narrowing choices and all that. Don't really believe this. Marketing research papers. These really didn't change my opinion that YouTube influencers really don't have much persuasion power. Now, while one article with an extremely tiny test group size said, influencers helped. But the majority of these articles really did not tell us that, hey, influencers had any persuasion power. They really didn't. They may on the younger groups, but these papers illustrated more that viewers trust friends and family more than anybody. Last up are my Road Odyssey polls from Facebook and my YouTube channel. I asked the question, did a YouTube influencer guide your C8 purchase decision? My goal was to see if your opinions coincided with mine and the information from the internet. The most prevalent answer was, I was not influenced positively or negatively to purchase a C8 Corvette. From my YouTube channel, initially the first day it looked like, hey, some people might have been motivated to purchase a C8 Corvette. Well, after another couple of days of letting this cook, everything evened out and it just really was a wash. All right, that'll do it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe down below. Give that like. It helps tremendously. And I hope you didn't mind watching this video and, maybe validating that we as viewers can agree that, YouTube influencers are more just entertainment. They're fun. Yes, we do learn things from them. Absolutely. But they don't necessarily make us want to buy a car, making a big financial decision. They can aid to some degree and make us want to maybe, I see what they're saying about this car. Maybe I need to dig deeper, do some research, and verify that the car is right for me. So yes, there is that kind of stuff that can go on with YouTube influencers, but really and truly, it's entertainment. So I hope y'all agree with me, because that's part of the point of this, is letting y'all know that I do try to validate the way I think sometimes. So anyway, hope y'all have a fantastic day. Please relax, take it easy, and I will see you later. Bye.